That's the problem with marketing people right now, is that they try to give you a one size fits all answer. And it's like, hey, you got to try this, or you got to do this, or this works, that doesn't work. Here's how you get an instant ROI on your advertising. Here's how you invest. Here's how you, such blanket statements that just don't work. And I feel very confident answering that. We are live. Happy Monday. If you're joining us live, it is Monday. If you're listening to us on the podcast, it is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. One of those days for you. Has to be one of those days. Process of elimination. And hope it is a good one, no matter what day it is. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for your attention. Welcome to the Ask Jason show. I'm joined with Megan. Say hi, Megan.
Hello, everyone.
Megan and I, if you're new to the show, every week we go through questions asked by you on business, marketing, life. I mean, I don't know. Sometimes we get asked weird questions. Sometimes people just chat and say hi. But if you are in the comments, put your question in the comments. If you just want to say hi, say hi. If you're watching this on the replay, you could put your comments actually in the replay, and we will go through them and pick them for next week's show. So we are live every single week. So how was your weekend?
Good. Relatively uneventful, but that's okay. How was yours?
You know, I had to book a last second flight home from California because our flight got canceled. So that was a little bit of a drama. Will I make it home? Will I not? Was the question. But I am home, very excited, happy to see the kiddos, happy to see they all three came to pick me up from the airport yesterday, so it was really good to see them. It was great to get my hug and then 10 seconds later and ask what I got them. But I got the hug first. That's all that matters. That's a win for me. But aside from that, just happy to be home before we head back out onto the road in 2 days from now. So January is a little bit of a crazy month, and then March is a little bit of a crazy month. But hopefully we'll have that dialed in a little bit more. If you're listening to this, in March, we are doing Amplify Live. That is a 2-day event where I will be teaching on everything, how to grow your business, how to build the business around the life you want. We'll be going over AI tools. We'll be going over sales structures, marketing things that are working, just anything you need. And we are limiting it to 42 spots. And we have a priority list out right now. So if you go to amplifyconsulting.co/ I think it's live or something like that. We'll put the links in the comments. I'll get that for you. But we are doing a 2-day event, and it's going to be an incredible event. So if you're interested in hanging out with other like-minded entrepreneurs and want to grow your business, I suggest you attend. It is in Orlando, so you can make a whole family vacation out of it. I will not, but you should. That being said, I think that's it for housekeeping. Let's jump into the questions.
Okay. All right. Our first question is from Anne. We own an e-com brand that specializes in travel gear like suitcases and other types of luggage. We haven't hit our ROI in the last several months. Any advice or tips on changing that?
We've worked with luggage companies before. In terms of hitting your ROI on what? ROI on the amount of money you invested into the business, ROI on your marketing, ROI on, ROI is such a loose term, but let's say she was going the marketing route and saying, we haven't hit our ROAS on Facebook. That's the return on ad spend, for example. I still can't help you. I can't help you only because there's way too much context missing from that. I don't know why you're not hitting your ROI. Do people actually like your luggage? Or do people want to buy your luggage? Have you had any sales before? How much money did you invest into the marketing that you're not seeing an ROI on? Did you invest $3? Did you invest $50,000? How long you've been running campaigns for? What type of campaigns you've been running? There's so many questions. And that's the problem with marketing people right now, is that they try to give you a one size fits all answer. And it's like, hey, you got to try this, or you got to do this, or this works, that doesn't work. Here's how you get an instant ROI on your advertising. Here's how you invest. Here's how you, such blanket statements that just don't work. I don't know. And I feel very confident answering I don't know, because it has nothing to do with my skill. It has more to do with that question and how it was phrased. So if you could come back and with some details and that could plug in some of the gaps, I'll be more than happy to answer.
All right. This one
Spicy
is
this morning.
from John. From one agency owner to another, what is the number one thing you can share with me when it comes to running an efficient ad agency?
Efficient in what sense? Have a great team that allows you to be efficient. Care about your clients, that allows you to be efficient. If you care about the clients, then you care about their ad spend, then you become efficient with their ad spend. If you have a great team, that allows everyone to be efficient in what they need to do. Have good systems in place, that allows you to be efficient. So again, this is one of those questions again where it's like we're very, very vague. So efficient in what way? And I mean, I guess efficiency is always the way a business wants to kind of get, like, that's what they should strive for. But I mean, I'm not even sure I understand the question, to be honest with you. I don't know what that was. There was just a bubble that just popped up that gave me a thumbs up. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. I saw that.
What was that?
I
That
don't
was
know.
interesting,
Maybe
though.
one of the viewers. Maybe it's a feature from one of the viewers. I
Oh,
don't know.
thanks for the bubble thumbs up. That was nice. I guess that resonated with you.
I don't know.
You send me some more bubble thumbs up. I like that.
Wow,
Bring it
that's a
on.
first.
Oh, never
Okay.
seen that before.
Okay. I would like to start my own e-commerce brand. Is there a particular niche that you feel I should pick? Are there any product niches that you think are very easy to sell? And this is from Tanner.
Are there any niches that are easy to sell? I mean, the whole premise of this question again is just another, how do I get rich quick? And if you've listened to this show over the course of how many episodes have we been doing this, 50 plus weeks, over a year worth of episodes, that's the last thing I preach. That's the last thing I talk about. So the question alone, what product can I sell that I can make a lot of money off of very easily? I mean, you're not trying to build a business here. You're actually just trying to get rich quick. And I don't know. I believe in getting rich slowly, and staying rich, and not just being a flash in the pan and getting, one sale and then never making another sale again. So how about this? How about you find something you really, really love and you absolutely could throw your entire heart behind, and you sit there and say, that's the niche I want to go into. Sell a product around there, because guess what? You're going to put up your website and no one is going to care. That's the truth. That's the sad truth right off the bat. You have to make them care. You have to tell them why they need to care. This isn't Field of Dreams. This isn't if you build it, he will come. That's not how things work.
I was about
So
to say that.
if you're going to be able to stomach that, then you should actually like what you're doing, because there's downsides to everything. Whether you own the business or you're an employee or whatnot, there are downsides to my business. I'm sure Megan, although she has the most amazing boss in the entire world, I'm sure she has downsides to it where there are bad days. Everyone has bad days, but if you love what you do, you stomach those bad days, and it allows you to keep going. So find something that's going to allow you to go through until you break through, until you get to the place you want to be, and don't look at it the way of like, hey, what can I just sell right now that can make me a quick buck? Look, if you're in financial trouble and you need to make quick money, setting up an e-commerce store and then building an e-commerce site and then going to advertise it and then trying to sell it isn't probably the best bet. I could probably, find other ways. Go ask for a loan, go do something. I mean, you're trying to build a business on a get rich quick mentality, and it doesn't work anymore. Or I mean, that's just not what I do. So
All right. Are TikTok ads working as well as they did a few years ago? Any tips on making great TikTok ads? And this is from Rhett.
Look, TikTok works. I think every platform works. It's whether they work for you is the right question, and are you is it the right channel for you? So I mean, TikTok a couple of years ago got the big love because iOS 14.5 came out and all the tracking, Meta sucks, oh, Facebook's awful, Facebook's dead, emails dead, everything's dead. At one point, every marketer has called one platform dead. Facebook's dead, TikTok's where it's at, and everyone jumped on TikTok only to realize they got really cheap traffic and not really that great results. And then they all came back to Meta because Meta is the best advertising platform in the entire world, despite all of its problems, despite reporting and all the different things or whatever you may think of them. They are the best advertising platform in the world, hands down, and then probably Google. But they're very different, right? Facebook's very demand capture, so awareness. How do you create awareness? How do you get in front of as many people as possible? And Google's demand recapture. It's great to plug in the leaky holes. If you're a local business, I would say it's probably the reverse. I'd probably say, people need to find you on Google because people aren't going on Facebook looking for hey, I need a plumber. My water is bursting through. I'm going to scroll Facebook until I find a plumber, right? That's not how it works. They go on Google and they search, New York City plumber or whatever it is, emergency plumbing. So they all work. Now, TikTok shops and a lot of those things have come out, especially in the e-commerce world, where it's actually making it a lot easier, a lot better, or people get results, but a lot more depends on your creative there. So how do you make really good creative for TikTok? I'll focus on that part of the question, which is you have to keep their attention. So really good hook. How do you make it look different? How do you make it still look different, but native at the same time? So like a lot of UGC content, a lot of, we've seen stuff like, someone's going to be fired for this, right? Type of ad where it's like someone should be fired for this, where it's like a review, but it's almost like this is so good. I can't believe they're giving it away at such a good price, or I can't believe they're giving it away at a 15% discount. Someone's going to get fired for leaking this. And then what's really interesting is ads that work well on TikTok tend to work well on Instagram as a reel. It's not the reverse. It's that way. And then the next thing I'd say is, if you have really good organic TikTok videos that are working well, that's probably the best place to start for ads. And what I would do is, you already know it has proof of concept. People like it. People, you've got good results. I would just add like a call to action at the bottom at the end of it. So you already know the premise of the video does well. I would just take it, edit it a little bit, add like a call to action, go buy this product here. I'd add I'd add a link, do whatever you need to do and sell it that way. But yeah, that's my answer.
All right. So my question of the week, I think we've talked
Why
about
do I
this.
look like, I think I like hit the button where it made me like look like, I don't know, it's like they did a polish on my face. No?
I don't notice anything.
Oh, all right.
I think it's just you.
Vain Jason notices everything. Yeah.
Okay, so what are your favorite supplements to take and why?
What are my, sorry, I missed it.
What are your favorite supplements to take and why?
Oh,
Like
so
vitamins or
now I'm like I know I have a great physique and I'm like a spokesperson for like health and wellness, but I didn't know I'd be doing something like this. It's funny. I was listening to a podcast. What was it? A couple weeks ago. I don't know if it was the Huberman show or whatnot. The Huberman Labs, and he was or was it Joe Rogan? One of the two, where they were talking about like how people take supplements for supplements, but what you should really do is you should be supplementing for a deficiency. So not just taking supplements for the sake of taking a supplement. Oh, look, we got another bubble. Not just taking supplements for the sake of taking supplements, but really to solve a deficiency. So I'll just take whatever supplements that people tell me I should be taking and do it that way. And then I did a genetic test and I found out like certain areas where I was deficient and things that I needed. So I kind of did supplements on those, but like my blood work showed like I was low in vitamin D. So I take because you can't just take vitamin D alone. So vitamin A goes with it, and vitamin K3 goes like helps. I think it's K3, one of the two. But I take a supplement that has A, D, and K inside of it. I take zinc and copper. I take B complex. What else do I take? I take sodium. I take sodium iodine, so something like that. I think I take that. Um, man, I forget. I really take like eight,
Oh,
and then
wow.
the rest of them are like really for wherever I'm deficient. Which, my best advice to you is, I mean, this is really not my strength and domain at all. Look, I think there's supplements that make you think better and could do a lot of those things, like octane oil and things like that, or there's so many different things that allow your brain to think a lot sharper and be clearer. If you're having trouble sleeping, I'm sure there's supplements for that. But my advice is just go do a genetic test, find out where you're deficient, and take those, because otherwise you're not really doing much.
That's a good point. Yeah, because I think a lot of vitamins, if you're not deficient in them, they just kind of leave your system. Like, they're like a waste, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
So
like someone once told me, "Hey, you need to be taking all these supplements," and then I did a genetic test and blood test, and they're like, "No, you're actually like fine in all those."
mhm.
And all those, you're low in D. So that's when I started taking D. Most of us are low in D, but the truth is, I'm low in D because I live in a gray, snowy place 6 months of the year. So I don't really get the sun. But if you live in a nice place, you shouldn't be low in deficiency. Go for a walk. Go
Mhm.
outside. Like things that I wish I could do, that I would definitely do, that aren't supplement related. First light. Like I wish I could go out every morning and just get the first light, which is you stare at like the sun pretty much, but like when it first starts coming out. And grounding, where you walk
Mhm.
barefoot on the grass.
Okay.
Those
Huh.
those two things, like I've read so much on, and it's like so good for you.
Mhm.
But if I went grounding right now, I'd have my feet
Hypothermia,
frozen. Yeah, I'd have hypothermia. My feet would freeze off.
frostbite.
Yeah, frost. My feet would turn purple. Yeah, we're in the snow right now, so
Yeah, don't
can't
do
go
that.
grounding. Yeah,
All right. Well, that was interesting.
perfect. Well, if any questions while you're watching the replay, put them in the comments below. If you want to figure out how to work with us, head on over to jportnoy.com. Reach out to Megan, reach out to myself. Follow me on social media at Jason Portnoy. Aside from that, have an amazing week. Thanks as always, Megan, and we will see you next week.